Yeah.
And Ayton, sorry, you ain't like that. Hey, listen, I've been a great defender my whole life. I can guard Ayton. You put me out with the Joel Embiid, I don't want to be out there. I can't. Ain't nothing I can do with that. Ayton, I can guard. I can guard that. I'm telling you, I can guard that. I can guard Ayton right now.
Right.
Put me out there with Joker. I can't guard that. AD can't guard that. Joel Embiid can't guard that. Giannis, I don't want to be out there. Zion,
Right.
I don't want to be. I don't want Zion. I don't want to be on the court. Ayton, I can guard that right now. Give me some shoes.
Over the last few months, basketball in general has just turned itself upside down and then flipped right side back up. Everything from the Ja Morant situation to the trade deadline. And then, of course, March Madness taking center stage. But more importantly, the women's March Madness taking center stage. A lot's been going on with basketball, man. And I think it's all good. We got our man Mike Mo back with us today to discuss all these things. Let's get into this. All right, Mike Mo, thanks for jumping back in with us, man. How you doing?
Awesome. How about yourself?
I am doing all right. Thanks for asking. And again, just to familiarize everybody with you, tell us a little bit, just your background again in basketball, and then we'll jump into this, man.
All right. Mike Morrison, George Mason University graduate, and go Patriots. 10 years in Europe, all over the place, from Greece, Turkey, Germany, Finland, Cyprus, Thailand, Lithuania, Belgium. I've bounced around a lot, seen a lot of places, experienced a lot of basketball.
Absolutely.
So I know
right,
a little
man.
something.
I got you. I appreciate it. So let's dive in. Obviously, let's talk about this women's basketball kind of phenomenon that's happened here the last 3 weeks of this NCAA tournament. To me, and if you're just looking from the outside looking in, and somebody that's followed basketball basically his whole life, I think it's a good thing. Whether you agree with the controversy or not, everybody is talking about women's basketball right now, man. So I think this, I mean, maybe they planned it. I doubt that they planned it. But bottom line is, it's a good thing, in my opinion. What do you think?
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. One, Caitlin Clark electrified the whole country.
Absolutely.
So let's give her credit to
Yes.
that. I was watching more women's college basketball in the tournament than men's, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
There
was a lot of people like that, man.
Nothing against the guys, but the women, like I said yesterday, was the NCAA championship. Today, the men's games.
Right.
Today's the men's game. So yeah, it was great, man. But the controversy behind it is only controversy because sadly, because they're women. How many times are guys talking trash and all the celebrations, Dame time, ice in my veins? We know all the different celebrations, right? But
yes,
now women doing it to each other. Now it's
absolutely,
and that.
They can't deal with it.
And I tweeted this last night. In the words of the great prophet, finesse 2 times. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Absolutely. 100%.
Let these people play hard. Let them talk trash. Let them have fun. It's memories that they're never going to forget. Get off their back, you know?
Right. And the whole thing about it is like people were so bent out of shape. And I'm like, first of all, the amount of trash talk that goes on in a game that either, number one, they don't show, that doesn't pick up on the camera is incredible.
If you could hear it. I mean, talk about the high school kids.
Yes. And I'm like, look, man, I played back in the 90s in high school. And I talked, and everybody else did, the entire game. Literally the entire game. And that was when I was in high school, just like you said, man. It's crazy. I don't see why people are still been up out of shape.
The curse words and the what they said, I'll F you up, this and that, throughout the whole game. That handshake you said at the end is different. It ain't, it's okay, the game's over, duck your Pete now, that's off. But what's going on in the game?
Exactly.
Getting after it.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are mad at Angel for the game being over and then she talking. I'm like, she talked before, during, and after. Don't act like she's a front runner. She's not a front runner.
Exactly.
She's been talking. She's at a concert the night before with Sweetie.
Exactly.
Talking. Like that's just who she is. She's from Baltimore. She play in the streets. She talked the whole time. Win, lose, or draw, she's gonna be herself.
Right.
So.
And people, I think people have been out of shape, like you said, because it's women, and they're trying to make more out of this than what it actually is. And my whole thing is, you know what? You don't want somebody to talk, then win the game.
There you go.
That's pretty much my philosophy. If you don't want somebody yapping at you after the game is over, then go win it. And they can't say nothing.
And listen, just accept people for who they are. People have different cultures. They come up a different way. I thought it was so dope that they showed a clip of Iowa's girls. I don't know if it's before their practice, but they showed them in their locker room and they were singing a High School Musical song, dancing, and what they're doing that. And then you go to the LSU locker room after the game and they're singing Bootsy. And it's just different cultures, different people, but they all come to one common place: basketball. So I thought that was super dope. And it's like, y'all gotta understand, people don't come up the same way. No. Your way ain't the right way.
No.
It's just not.
It's just not. It's just not. Everybody's different. Everybody grows up different. Their way is their way, and that's the bottom line.
And Caitlin was talking 48 hours before that, waving people down, leaving them open, and after the game, doing this, and
nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything, and we applauded it, and I still applaud it.
I still applaud it. I love it.
Love the confidence. Love the confidence.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoy your moment.
Right. It's confidence. That's exactly what it is. It's confidence. It's okay to be confident. It's okay to be cocky. It's okay. Now here's the thing: when you go over the line, it's like that Memphis player in that layup line. What was it, 2 weeks ago, where she punches the girl because she's mad?
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, buddy. They're in the layup line. I cannot remember who they were playing.
I missed that.
It's an NIT game, and the girl, they're in the layup or the handshake line after the game, and the Memphis girl literally punches the girl, and she's getting charges. So you didn't hear a whole bunch of hullabaloo. I mean, you heard a little bit of it, but you didn't hear about it.
I didn't even know about it.
It wasn't. It should have been all over ESPN, but nobody said anything. They kept it low key. I go, but that is crossing the line.
That's when you cross the line. Okay, you can't handle it. You can't take your loss. Because the thing about it is, Angel still has to go out there and compete next year. And guess what people are going to do to her? If they ever lose games, guess what they're going to do to her? They're going to be doing whatever. They're going to be doing this.
Absolutely.
She's a target now. But guess what? That's what she signed up for. That don't mean she's going to come compete and talk right back to you and play. And that's just the game. If 100%. You can't let them compete, then it's just whack. Let them compete.
100%. So staying in the NCAA real quick, and you touched on it a little bit, the men's side. Look, at the beginning of the Final Four, I was, parity is great. I watched the basketball, man. It wasn't great basketball. I don't care what anybody says. I love parity. I just didn't think it was great basketball, man. I just didn't.
The star power is higher on the women's side. I mean, Caitlin Clark won. She's drawing more views than NBA games at the same time, which is insane.
Right.
But the guys' game were Miami. I was cheering for Miami. I'm a Coach L product. I was cheering for them like I'm a Florida State fan through and through. But I was cheering for Miami like I'm with the U my whole life.
Gotcha.
They had a rough showing, but when you get down that big on a team like UConn, it's very hard to come back. They got it down to 8,
Correct.
couldn't do more. Got down to 7, I believe. Couldn't do more. But that game never was super close. They kind of controlled it the whole time.
Right.
Aztecs, man. I mean, what?
Florida Atlantic gave that game away. Man.
Oh my God,
they gave it away.
You take your foot off the pedal, don't you? You get up big and you take your foot off the pedal.
Daggone right. And
that's
my
what
thing
happened.
is how do you allow? Oh, it was 5 straight times that San Diego State missed a free throw. How does Florida Atlantic allow them to get the rebound 5 times in a row? That's insane to me. I don't think I've ever seen that.
And that's when you're being out toughed. I've seen it. And I'm snapped. What's happened to me? I'm snapping on my teammates.
Oh my
goodness. Like, I don't care if you get a foul, elbow somebody in the face. We gonna no more rebounds.
No more rebounds. Something. And they got it 5 times in a row. I'm like, man, you are giving this game away. And then at the end of the game, that's why I said it just wasn't great basketball. I'm like, y'all are supposed to understand in the game situations. You can't take a shot with 6 seconds left on the shot clock with 13 seconds to go. You are begging them to come
wait.
Down and
you don't attack until it's 5 on the shot clock. Then you start to go. Yeah.
Yes.
Every second matters.
In high school, man.
Because, you stop. Honestly, on that last second shot, great defense.
Yeah.
Like you just said, if he didn't have so much time he drove and he wanted to go baseline, got stopped.
Got stopped and had to come
This
back.
far from out of bounds, had to come back, regroup, hezzy again, and shoot the pull up. And he was still there. It was great defense.
Right.
But it came down to you don't leave. I don't care if you take a shot clock violation. Now you have to set your defense up, and you have 5 seconds to stop them. Take the shot clock violation. And now set your defense. Don't shoot it. Set your defense, and we got 5 seconds to play defense to win to get to the championship.
That's right.
Oh, hey. People don't understand the difference between dead ball turnovers and giving the team the ball back and letting them run downhill on you. It's a big difference. Dead ball,
Huge.
All right, get back, set. I got him. We switching. What we doing? All right, trap. If he get it, we get on the same page. They get that rebound, they run it downhill at you. You don't know if I'm helping. If I go help, do I stay? I don't want to be the one to give up the bucket if I leave.
Correct.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when they coming downhill.
It's hard.
And he played great defense. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Amazing defense.
Because he stopped what he was actually trying to do.
Stopped him, and then when he retreat dribbled, he still kept close to him.
Yes.
Kept close to him. He had to give him another hesitation. Pull up. Yep. I was like,
I mean, he earned it. He earned it.
Yeah, he earned it. That was tough. That was patience because you gave him that extra 5-6 seconds.
Yeah. I just like I said, I love the parody, but I just didn't think. Hopefully, the game tonight will be better because I didn't think that game was either one of those was great basketball.
But back to you talk about that's something we learned in high school. One thing I've been saying and preaching throughout this whole tournament is y'all can't expect. These are kids. You can be high level, high IQ, all that. These kids, people don't know. I play professionally. These people don't know. They don't understand the game. It's situational basketball is what sets the difference between these people that's making millions. People don't know the game.
Right.
People do not know the game. Even when you look at Virginia Tech against who they stole the ball at half court and hit the buzzer beater. Furham, how you say that school?
Oh yeah. With Virginia beat Furman.
Furman.
Yes. I'm like,
Furman.
Call a timeout. He was a 6-year senior.
Now everybody say that about the point guard. He's been smart all year. He never makes these type of turnovers, this and that. I'm like, yeah, but let's think about this. I don't care if he's 6 years. That makes him, 21, 22, whatever. Think about this. The coach knew that play was coming. He knew the dead ball. They had the opportunity. Why is the coach not standing next to the ref like this?
Timeout.
Timeout. Coach should call timeout. He should be standing next to the ref.
Exactly.
Now they steal the ball, hit a 3, and now you call timeout. No, stand next to the ref. Don't leave it on the player. He has a million things going on. He's trying to make a play. You could be standing right there just like this.
Yes.
In football, what do you see them doing? They stand next to the ref, gets down to 2, timeout.
They do it all the time.
Just stand next to the ref, and that's on the coach. Yeah. Now, I'll never blame that kid because he's a kid. That's on the coach. Yes, he turned it over. You had a timeout, and you did not call it, coach. And you can't expect the guy that's being trapped by 2 people to be the one to do it, but not you standing there on the sideline.
Right.
So
absolutely.
And I'll give you a 7-year senior.
You get paid a lot of money to know situational basketball. A lot of money to know situational basketball.
Yeah. So
moving on, man. Moving on. So let's get at this NBA. So the NBA trade deadline came and went. Few teams got better. Few teams lost.
The
Lakers, in my opinion, now their record is panning out. The Lakers got way better.
We're sitting at 7 right now.
Yes, they flipped their roster to a younger, more athletic, more shooters, which is literally what everybody said they needed at the beginning of the season. Bigger, yes.
Better defense.
What happened? I was like, why didn't you think that at the beginning of the year? It just didn't make sense. But
we just couldn't move Russ. We couldn't move Russ. But hey, you know what? Everybody always gives Pelinka a hard time. Kobe loved him, so I love him. And I've always never said a bad word about him. And he found a way. And people were trying to destroy him, wanted him fired mid-season over again
of what they put because they were bad. I mean, they were bad. Now, part of it, Anthony Davis was doing his injury thing again, but they were bad.
Not gonna do that to my dog, man.
And then, but you know what? I don't know what he's done. It's like he's taken some tough serum because he's been injured a couple of times the last few games, turned an ankle. Next thing you know, he's
40 and 30
basketball game.
40 and 20.
Yeah. I'm like, what happened here? I'm like,
he's tired of y'all talking.
If he turned his ankle, if that was December, he'd have been out till February with that turned ankle. But instead, now it's, you know what? I'm going to tie my shoe up tight. I'm staying in the game. and I'm dropping 38 points on him. I'm like, you know what? This guy, where's this guy been? Where's he been, Mo? Where's he been?
Listen. I don't want to speak on. He's playing so well and he's staying healthy. I don't want to speak on it. I don't want to speak on it. I'm just like, let's just get to the playoffs. Let's just get to the playoffs. We're right there. We're on the cusp of it. Let's just get there. So I agree though, man. He's a killer when he's out there. I think he's realizing don't defer to LeBron. LeBron don't want you to defer.
No, he
doesn't. Go kill. I get 18, 10, and 10. You go get 40 and 17. I get my little triple double. I'm chill. I'm good.
I'll be fine. That's right.
Go
I just want to win.
And in the playoffs, when I need to do this, I do this. But until then, work out.
Yeah. And they got them role players believing. Austin Reeves can play basketball. Austin Reeves can play basketball.
We got completely lucky with that. I mean, there's no other way of putting that. Just luck. That was lucky. We needed somebody that could shoot. And we let's get that white boy, and he ended up could do everything else also. So
Absolutely. He can play basketball, man. They got people in the right positions. The pickup that I like most, and I shouldn't say most, but one that kind of goes a little bit under the radar is the Hachimura pickup.
I need to say that.
6'9", can defend, can make jump shots. I'm like, that
can go score on his own.
Yeah. You don't have to necessarily call a bunch of plays for him. He can go get you 10, 12 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
For him coming off the bench and Schroeder coming off the bench, do you know how much better that makes the Lakers? It is incredible how much better they are just by flipping the roster. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I would say I like all the moves he made because also D. Loden, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Russell is. He can really flat out just shoot the ball.
He can shoot the basketball.
Like we need somebody that can just shoot, but he's smart. People forget now. What was it? 2 picks, something like that.
Yes.
He can play. He can play. And every team he goes to gets better. Say what you will. Everywhere he's been,
they did.
Wolves, Brooklyn, everywhere he's been, they've been a playoff team.
Yeah.
And now you add AD and LeBron to him. Schroeder's balling. Him and Schroeder actually look good when on the court together.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the pickups we've had.
Jared Vanderbilt is good too.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. I just want to play defense and get rebounds. That's all he wants to do. Yeah. I mean,
now, don't let him mess around and get Walker back. We get Walker back, get him flying around that court again.
Yeah, the Lakers look scary to me. We'll save the predictions for later, but the Lakers look scary. Here's the team that got worse, and it's not even debatable. I fought it thinking, you know what? He's a superstar. He was good. They're going to be great together. The Mavs got so much.
I know he's going to say.
They can't guard anybody. I thought, you know what? Kyrie is going to come with Luka, and I know they lost some defense, but they're going to wear another team out because they're going to score so many points. That couldn't be further from the truth. Well,
let me ask you this. Has anybody seen those two talk to each other yet?
No.
They said hello. Do they have each other's phone numbers? Are they?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Here, I live here in Dallas, and they are killing both of them. They're not. I will say they're being honest. They're not destroying Kyrie. They're not. You know how the narrative could be, well, Kyrie came here and poisoned the team. They're not doing that here in Dallas. They are destroying both of them, saying, hey, man, you guys are superstars. You should be winning games.
Win something.
Yeah, what's going on? And, Luka's feeling sorry for himself now. They say that there's something personal going on with him. If there is, I'm going to leave that alone, obviously. But it couldn't have worked out worse for the Mavs. Couldn't have worked out worse.
Guys are out of the playoffs right now. Out of the play-ins right now. Sorry.
They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it.
That's insane.
They're not going to make it.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, when Kyrie got there, I think they were 5th. When they made that trade, they were the 5 seed, and they are not going to make the play-in. They're not going to.
And the thing is, I would really love to see Dallas versus Phoenix. You have KD and Kyrie, then you have Booker and Luka. Thank you. Is they hate each other. Old school.
Exactly.
Old school hate each other. And I love that about them.
Yes.
I love that about them. They really don't like each other. They don't hide it, and they compete. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't have to like him. He don't have to like me. We both know we don't like each other. We don't shake hands at the games. We talking. They have to restrain us. We don't like each other.
And that's cool. Like you said,
It's great.
I love it because it's authentic. It's not a
Yeah.
fake dislike.
Mm-mm.
They
Mm-mm.
don't like each other. They want to beat each other up, want to make the other one look bad, and I'm here for
Yeah.
all of it. But unfortunately, we are not going to see it because the Mavs ain't going to make it, man.
Is it over already? They're not that far
Yeah,
out. What are
yeah,
they
they're
in?
not going to make it. I think they're 11, but they're like 2 games back from the 10 spot. They're
That's
not going to make
crazy.
it, man. They're
That's
not going to, because
crazy.
there's only 3, I think 4 games left. And I don't think they got enough. Man, it's sad. It's sad. It's
You know,
sad that it's come to that.
the Lakers about 2 games out of 6. I know it's only 3-4 games left, but the Warriors blew one last night for us, so we'll see.
Well, and the Lakers got they got the Jazz next, and then they play the Clippers. So if they win both of those games, because the Clippers are a half game in front of them, if they win and they pass
we
the
in.
Clippers, they're at 6.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they don't even need Golden State to lose. Golden State's only half game. The Lakers could get to 5.
That'd be insane.
So
That'd be pretty insane.
they can get to 5. Now, you talk about a series. If they get to 5, then it would be the Lakers against Phoenix in the first round of the playoffs.
I like that. I like our chances.
Yeah, so
I like that.
the East, I think, is already set. Matter of fact, I'm positive. Nobody else can make it. It's just the play-ins. I think there's a battle to see exactly the position of the play-ins, but the East is already set. And just moving to that, portion of what we're talking about, the playoff predictions. Man,
I have a few hot takes out of the East.
Okay.
I have a really hot take that I'm really hoping comes to fruition, the matchup. I don't know where everybody's going to fall,
right.
but I really believe, and this is depending on if Randall gets healthy or not. I really believe if the Knicks get the Celtics, the Knicks are going to beat the Celtics. If the Knicks get the Celtics, they're going to beat the Celtics. They're not going to win the East, but if the Knicks get the Celtics, they're going to get them up out of there.
Here's the thing. And I like that. I like that approach.
That's
but
how I feel.
The Knicks aren't going to beat the Cavs. In the first round, they're going to play the Cavs. They're not going to beat the Cavs.
Why not?
They're not better than the Cavs.
They're not better than the Cavs, but stranger things have happened than the Knicks beating the Cavs.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, absolutely. Absolutely stranger things have happened. I just don't think they beat the Cavs. I don't. But what you said, stranger things have happened. And if they get to the Celtics, tell me why you think they beat the Celtics. Let me know that.
They're just a matchup problem with them. They've been giving the Celtics the business all year long. They're just a matchup problem. They just play ignorant and they play physical and they play tough. They muck up the game. Jason Tatum don't like playing like that.
No, he doesn't.
Smart needs to be on the Knicks. He fits the mold.
He does.
And they don't scare. They just confident. I watched Quickly last time they played off the jump ball. Quickly got the jump ball, dribbled up to the 3-point line and just shot it.
Right.
They're switching them like, see, Celtics can't play in that disorganization like that. You can't plan for the Knicks. Randall's out there. Who knows what he's going to do? He might shoot 10 threes one game. He might go to the rim 10 times the next game. Who knows what he's going to do? I think they're just a matchup problem for the Celtics. That's my prediction. But either way, I don't care what happened last week. Either way, Giannis got something to say.
Giannis got something to say. Here's the team that I have no problem saying that I want this to happen. I'm rooting for the 76ers. I am an Embiid fan. I'm an Embiid fan. Now, they got Doc Rivers. So when you got Doc Rivers as your coach, that can be a problem. Having said that,
what do you mean by that? What does that mean?
Doc Rivers, come on, bro. Come
on.
Does
he catch this weird bad rep? He's a good coach.
A good coach. Okay, Mr. 3-1. I'm going to give up 3-1 leads. Doc Rivers.
That's not Doc's fault. It's a players' league. Stop it. Don't do that.
It can be a players' league. Well, I mean, but at some point, you got to motivate your players. You got to draw up something for them to do. It's not like Doc ain't had good players. I mean, he won one title when they had clearly the best team in the league. Other than that, what's he done?
I just think the whole 3-1 thing. I just think isn't fair. I mean,
but it ain't. I noticed you haven't said it's not true though.
It's true, it happened. But what was the first one? He was with what the
Magic.
The Magic. They weren't supposed to be up 3-1.
But
They're supposed to lose that. But they were supposed to lose the series all the time. The other team just finally woke up.
Okay. Then
Um,
the Clippers.
Clippers are the Clippers. That's a whole. They're doomed no matter what. They're the Clippers.
Okay.
They're the Los Angeles Clippers, and nobody can surpass that. It's
All
fact
right.
that they're the
All
Los Angeles
right.
Clippers in a Laker town, and they're doomed, and they're never going to get past to the Western Conference Finals. They're never going to make it. It's not going to happen.
All right.
Sorry,
All right.
Kawhi.
All right. If that's the route you're going, I'm gonna stay with Doc Rivers is a problem.
I think
Either way, I still want Embiid. I think they got enough. If Embiid can get there healthy, if he can get to the playoffs and be healthy, I think they have enough. I think they got enough role players to cause damage.
I'm with you, Embiid. I think the Sixers are the wild card. I think Joel Embiid, he has to elevate to a level that we haven't seen. He has to go Dirk on where you just completely dominate. Harden has to do his job, which is I think Harden's there. Harden's no longer trying to be the man, and y'all can't expect him to be the man. But then these role players, everybody has to know their role and click and play well.
Correct.
Joel Embiid is a monster.
He's a monster.
But my fear is Joel Embiid might have lost focus and shifted more focus to MVP race more than championship race.
He might have.
Maybe that gets fixed once the playoffs start because there's nothing you can do to help your MVP race. Once the playoffs start, it's over already. The votes are in.
Right.
So I think the Sixers are the wild card. They're going to need – there's going to be a lot of close games. Can they close these close games? And that's just that's basketball. They're always going to be right at the end. I've seen them blow a lot of close games, but they can also win a lot of close games. So that's what it's going to come down to.
Let me ask you this question just real quick at the end. Close games. Coaching don't matter?
Coaching matters.
There you go. That's my fear with Doc Rivers. That's my fear.
Coaching matters.
In the West is wide open. I don't care that Denver has been the number 1 seed all year. I don't care that Memphis is the 2 seed, Sacramento's 3. I personally believe the West is wide open. I think that the Suns are the best team if Durant's healthy. They don't have a bench, and that can be a problem in the playoffs. They don't have any bench. So, but other than that, I think the Suns are the team to beat. And I know you're a Lakers guy.
The team to beat the Suns? No, they're not the team to beat.
I think the Suns are the team to beat.
They have the best team. Absolutely, positively no bench at all.
No, they don't.
I still don't believe in Ayton. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Ayton.
It's hard to be. I mean, when you and the head coach, you talk about people hating each other. Monty Williams and DeAndre Ayton hate each other.
I don't think so.
They don't even talk. And yet.
That's because Ayton's you got me about to curse on the pod. Ayton is an a-hole. He just, I mean, and he's a kid, nothing against him, but you can't be arguing with the coaches and you just can't do it.
Well, and I think
you gotta bite your tongue. And Monty, I don't know. Monty's coaching. Let the man, like, he's doing his job.
Yeah.
And Ayton, sorry, you ain't like that. Hey, listen, I've been a great defender my whole life. I can guard Ayton. You put me out with the Joel Embiid, I don't want to be out there. Ain't nothing I can do with that. Ayton, I can guard. I can guard that. I'm telling you, I can guard that.
Right.
I can guard Ayton right now.
Right.
Put me out there with Joker. I can't guard that. AD can't guard that. Joel Embiid can't guard that. Giannis, I don't want to be out there. Zion, I don't want to be. I don't want to be on the court. Ayton, I can guard that right now. Give me some shoes. I ain't got to stretch.
I don't know, man. I think he gets a bad rap. But the problem is he don't have no post moves. Like, you throw him the ball, because I'm a firm believer. I know we've talked about it before. You can still use the post if you choose to use it. But Ayton, you can't use that with him, because you throw him the ball, he can't just go score you a basket in there.
And I think that's going to matter, especially not as deep. And you're going to need inside presence. And I'm not taking anything from him. He's good. Now, I ain't trying to. He can definitely play. He knows his role. He's a defender. He's big. He's strong. He's athletic. But I'm just telling you what he has to go against. He for the Suns to win, he has to go against Joker and all these guys. I think AD is going to destroy. I would love a Phoenix matchup. I think AD is going to take his lunch money.
Kill him.
Take his lunch money. It's going to be bad too. It's going to be like he's going to be getting 40 and 20s on him. I think. I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think he can guard him.
Yeah, that would be a bad match. Although I think the Suns are still the team to beat, that would be a bad matchup because the Lakers are so deep and the Suns are not.
And then you wonder what KD we're going to get. I mean, he's not playing still to this day. It's so hard to return back to a regular season game. You know how hard it is to return to
Right.
off injury to the
getting up
playoffs.
speed right now. I mean, he's playing, but he's just getting his legs back from under him. I mean, he's basically been hurt half.
I didn't even know he's back. So that's what I'm saying. And you're putting so much. I always fear KD's health because he already came from a Achilles injury. That's tough. So to not be planning to go into playoff action, and they're going to be heavily relying on him.
Right.
But I tell you this, they do have their big four is great though. I give you that.
It is.
There's only one basketball though, so it just takes so much cohesiveness they have to figure out, and they haven't played together.
Low key, you talking about KD's health? How many times has Chris Paul been hurt in the playoffs?
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing.
That's another thing. You know,
Chris Paul,
at some point, and Chris Paul is finally showing his age. I mean, he is not the same guy, but he's played well in his role. I think he understands is that I'm not the same guy that I was 3 years ago. This is the role that I can do, and I think he's doing it really, really well.
And to be fair, we couldn't figure out why they were giving Chris Paul that contract last time. We're like, what are they doing? This and that, and he's still balling. We criticized them and thought he was going to drop off right then, and he's still been balling. And I think he's relaxing going into the playoffs. He's getting rested up and preparing himself because he's a killer. I really want Chris Paul to get his championship. If the Suns won, I would not be mad. I love Book. The Book's a bucket. He's a Kobe product. And I want KD to win one without the Warriors so y'all can shut up.
There you go.
I just don't see it. I mean, I don't see it happening. I don't know. But like you said, it's wide open.
It's wide open.
The West,
wide open.
I can make an argument for every team in the West except for New Orleans right now because they ain't got Zion. So without Zion, it ain't going to happen. Right.
Now, the next team, or obviously the next topic, I would say, is Ja. Memphis, I'm not a believer in Memphis. I think they got a good team. I just don't think they're going to have it in the playoffs. You talk about doing too much talking. They worry about talking too much and less on the court. I'm like, just go win the games and then go spout off. Don't try to talk it into existence. That doesn't make sense to me.
You can't. Your boy Dylan Brooks is just out of control.
He's out of control.
See, you talk when you have success. You've had no success. You guys haven't done anything. Dylan, your numbers are down this year.
Yes.
And you're the main one bringing negative attention to your team. No, I can't say the main one because Ja kind of was in the headlines. Right. But you get what I'm saying.
It's like he's trying to take on a villain role that nobody cared to give him. Like, nobody cares whether you are a villain or not. We don't care. And you want to take on this persona of something that literally nobody cares about.
Yeah, and the thing is, he can play. I like his game, but it's just like, you can't say, oh, we're a dynasty. A dynasty of what?
Of what? Of second round failures?
Y'all have not. Like, it's and granted, y'all have a good young team. Ja is the second coming of Allen Iverson as far as his popularity with the kids and everybody, and just his style and him bringing. But as far as a dynasty, that's about winning. You have to win. You argue with the Warriors. They have four
titles. The Warriors have won.
You've done nothing. You don't argue with those guys. Just say good game, man. Way to battle, and then that's that. We're gonna see y'all in the playoffs. Just say that because there's nothing really to argue. Because at the end of the day, even if you win and won this year, you're still 3 behind.
Right.
Just start stretching and warming up again. You got to run it back.
Exactly.
You're 3 behind. There's nothing you can say to those guys. Those guys, if they lose right now, guess what? They going home and they like sitting in their mansions from they bonus earned mansion.
Yeah, exactly.
And exactly. That's not even their salary money. Oh, that's just the bonus house.
That's right. That's just the bonus.
It's on the island. That's the bonus. It's from the bonuses from winning championships. So yeah, it's a lot of trash talk going on. But I really think it ain't even the whole team, but it make it seem like it because Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like you said, and then his team's got to defend him, because he's all part of our team, so we got to defend that, and then start talking. It just makes him look foolish. So, and speaking of looking foolish, tell me, and I'm just gonna ask you flat out, tell me what you think about this whole Ja situation and what was going on. What do you think happened?
Oh, we know what happened.
Well, yeah, we know what happened. I guess the better question is, what is the issue? My problem is if you're going to rehab, nobody goes to rehab for 2 days and they're healed. So what was he doing in rehab? I'm like, well, wait a minute. I've never heard of nobody going to rehab for 2 days and, you know what? I'm healed. Everything's good. So,
Ja didn't. He might have went to rehab, but he didn't go. Ja didn't need rehab. He deserved the suspension. Whatever,
right.
cool. Ja just needs us to have his people around him, telling him, "Yo,
Stop.
make better decisions." And I'm not even on him like this and that. What, he's 21, something like that.
Right.
Millions, got TV deals, got all type of stuff. You get that type of money to a kid and to start them, and you get in your own world. You get a big head, and you start thinking you're untouchable, to the point where you'll put a gun on camera,
Right.
which is just dumb. I mean, plain and simple. But we've all. That's my thing. Is we've all been kids. If there was a camera on everything I've done in my life, y'all be like, "This wild boy right here."
Absolutely.
So I mean, listen, it's not gonna be his last time getting in trouble, but at least he's starting to be aware. He's gonna get older and get wiser. It's life, man. Y'all, I don't come down on him too hard. Was it stupid? Yes. Did it go like this every time? Yes. But
it is what it is. My thing with it is that, first of all, it didn't hurt anybody. That's the main thing, is that he didn't hurt anybody except himself. And it's like you said, I mean, if there was a camera around when we were 21 to 24 years old and the stuff that we did, I mean, I'd have been locked up too. I mean, or whatever. The people who had been talking about me and all this kind of stuff, crazy too. So it is what it is. But you're right. It's just somebody has to be the person to say, hey, man, stop it. What are you doing? You don't have to be this. You don't have to act this way. And, I don't know. I mean, we can say what we want. I mean, his dad's trying to be a superstar just like
his dad trying to be a celebrity too.
Yeah,
so
to me, that's the problem.
That hurts you.
Come
that
on,
hurts
man. Why?
Because when Pop playing with you, he gonna let you rock out.
That's right. I'm like, you got to say, you can rock with him. But when things get out of hand, you got to say, listen, son, we're not doing this. You got to stop it. You can't be his friend.
It's too late at that point, though. He's blinded because he's also running around too. He's a little bit blinded, So now afterwards, I'm sure he's like, man, what you doing? But you would have called it before. You would have called it before if you was to tell, hey, nah, we ain't, y'all just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Apparently they had a meeting right before that we need to stop going. Steve Adams was like, we need to stop going out too much. It's becoming detrimental to the team.
Right.
And they're like, all right, we out. We hit the strip club.
Which is crazy. It's like, man. But I don't know if they can win it either. I don't know. I don't know.
But that's the thing. Everybody can win it. I think it just really matters where the season is going to fall, because if they get the right teams, they're going to beat the Nuggets. They're too fast for the Nuggets.
Yeah, they'll beat the Nuggets. I'm not a believer in the Nuggets either, though. So I like Joker, but I don't know. I got to see it happen in the playoffs, I guess.
Everybody keeps saying they don't think the Nuggets. They just give the Nuggets is gone. The Nuggets are really good, man.
They are.
They're really good.
There's teams that are better. I do. In a 7-game series, I think there's 3 teams that are better than they are.
I think
Joker's one of them.
Joker might take another step, though.
Does he take a step against AD?
His thing is, well, that's the problem. His thing is AD's going to be guarding him, 1, and 2, he has to play the pick and roll, and he's not good at that.
Not going to be good.
So that's why they lose series, because you have to have him on the court, but he can't play no pick and roll.
That's right. He can't do it. And the Lakers, everybody, not just the Lakers, everybody will put him in that and just pound
over and over again. Over and over. And now we got shooters. Now we got Schroeder and Russell coming off that screen.
Ooh, it'll be.
You can't play drop. You play drop on that loading just over and over again.
They're gonna make jump shots all day long.
As soon as you come up, they're gonna split. They're gonna dunk. It's just like, I mean, we'll see.
You think the Lakers got enough to win?
The thing about the Lakers is the Lakers can beat any team. 1 through 10 that's in the play-in. It can be any team. But the other thing about the Lakers is they can lose to any team.
Yes, they can.
1 through 10. They can lose to any team. So I honestly love it. I think this is going to be one of the best playoffs we've seen. I mean, that's just that simple. Especially on the West. On the West. No one really knows. You could pick any horse and it can end up at the top.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping on with us, brother, man. We had a good time today. We will 100% have you back, and probably sooner than later, man. So,
hold on now. Before you do that,
okay.
I don't think any of it matters. Giannis, the Bucks. I don't care if they lost by 30 last week. Somebody got to show me how you beat Giannis in a 7-game series. Let me see you build that. Let me see you build that wall 4 times and win 4 times. I guess. I
a
gotta see it.
believer that Giannis is the best player in the league.
Giannis is the best player in the league. No, it's no question about
I'm
it.
still that.
Yeah, I know that's unpopular and
It's
all
ridiculous. It's ridiculous that it's unpopular. If he was if it's from America, y'all would be
a conversation.
Y'all be oh man, y'all would be crowning this man the greatest thing since sliced bread for sure.
Absolutely. You know, and they always go to when I know that somebody is full of it is when you're talking about who's the best and who's not the best. And when somebody always has to go to the advanced analytics, and I'm like, okay, you're done. I don't want to talk about that. I go, because if you can't see who's a better basketball player, and the first thing you come up with the advanced analytics, I'm like, man, I'm out on the nerd basketball, brother.
I don't care nothing about that. He's going downhill. And he's trying to dunk on you, and he's doing it with the left, the right, 2 foot, 1 foot, spin move, euro. He going to the rim, and then when he decides to shoot it, he's not shooting it awful no more.
No, he's not.
So don't let him. What if he get hot shooting it? Now it's just like, well, what you just said is mercy. So I understand guys are more skilled. KD's KD, but can't nobody guard that.
30 points on 58% shooting is 30 points on 58% shooting. I don't care if you shoot from the parking lot or you dunk every time. It is what it is. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you again. Tell us what you are working with, man, and what you have going on so people can come find you and support you.
Oh, yeah. You already know keep my bottle ready. Live 21, the camera. Live 21, the best hangover recovery on the planet. All right. Drink, have you a good time, have a few drinks, but you still got something to do the next morning. So make sure you have a bottle of Live 21. Wake up, drink, vibe, recover, baby. Okay. Right. Live 21. Just live21.com. Place your orders. It's beautiful, right?
All right,
beautiful.
man.
Look at that. Look at that.
Appreciate it. Look at that bottle, man. Look at that bottle.
Hey, looks good. Works better, man. No hangover. Hangover proof. Trust me.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining us today.
Appreciate you for having me. All
no
right?
problem.
Great as always. Love.